Before smartphones controlled our lives, before streaming services put millions of songs in our pockets, there was one device that completely changed how the world listened to music. A small white device that turned Apple from a struggling computer company into one of the most powerful technology brands on earth. This was the iPod. But years later, the same product that changed music forever quietly disappeared. So what happened? How did the iPod go from being one of the most successful gadgets in history to becoming almost forgotten? Welcome back to Tech Mystery Documentary. Today, we are talking about the rise and fall of the iPod, the device that changed the music industry forever. Before the iPod existed, listening to music on the go was a frustrating experience. People carried portable CD players, but they were bulky. CDs could skip, and carrying an entire music collection required a bag full of discs. Then came MP3 players. They were smaller and more convenient, but most were difficult to use. Their designs were confusing, storage was limited, and moving music onto them was often a complicated process. The technology existed, but nobody had created a simple experience. That was the opportunity Apple saw. In 2001, Apple introduced the first iPod. At the time, many people questioned why Apple was entering the music industry. The company was known for computers, not music players. But Apple had a different vision. The goal wasn't just to create another MP3 player. The goal was to create a device that made carrying thousands of songs feel effortless. The original iPod could store up to 1,000 songs, which was incredible at the time. And with its famous click wheel, navigating through music became simple and enjoyable. But the iPod's success wasn't only because of the hardware. Apple understood something many competitors missed. People didn't just want a music player. They wanted an entire music experience. That experience arrived with iTunes. For the first time, users could easily organize their music library, buy songs legally, and transfer them directly to their device. Apple wasn't just selling a gadget. It was building an ecosystem. The iPod quickly became a cultural phenomenon. The famous white earbuds appeared everywhere. People carried their entire music collections in their pockets. The device became a symbol of style, simplicity, and modern technology. By the middle of the 2000s, the iPod dominated the portable music market. Millions of units were sold every year, and Apple's future looked stronger than ever. But technology never stays still. And the biggest threat to the iPod didn't come from another MP3 player. It came from something much bigger, a smartphone. In 2007, Apple introduced the first iPhone. At first, many people saw it as a phone with a music feature. But Apple had accidentally created something that would eventually replace the iPod. The iPhone combined a phone, camera, internet browser, and music player into one device. Why carry a separate music player when your phone could do everything? As smartphones became more powerful, the need for dedicated MP3 players started disappearing. People stopped buying separate devices. Music habits also changed. Instead of downloading individual songs, people began using streaming services that gave them access to millions of tracks instantly. The world moved from owning music to accessing music. Apple tried to keep the iPod alive with different models. There was the iPod Nano, the tiny iPod Shuffle, and later the iPod Touch. Each one had its own audience, but the market had already changed. The smartphone had become the device people carried everywhere. The final chapter came in 2022. Apple officially discontinued the iPod Touch, ending more than 2 decades of iPod history. The device that once represented the future of music had become unnecessary. Not because it failed, but because it succeeded so well that it helped create the world that replaced it. The iPod changed how people listened to music. It pushed digital music into the mainstream. It helped transform Apple into a global technology giant. And it showed the world that great technology isn't always about adding more features. Sometimes, it's about making something complicated feel simple. Today, the iPod may be gone, but its influence is everywhere. Every smartphone, every music app, And every digital music experience carries a piece of the idea that started with that small white device. The iPod didn't just change music, it changed the way we experience technology. This has been Tech Mystery Documentary. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next documentary.